indeed, welcome to Tundra versus BetBoom. I'm Odie Pixel here with Fogged, and I can't wait to get stuck into this one. Another game, another exciting adventure into the patch to see what these two teams have got cooking.
Oh yeah.
Fogg, as always, let's go through some of the heroes here just to give our beautiful viewers at home a recap of what's exactly changed and what they can expect to see. Let's start off with old Mr. Pure on the Lycan. What have we got going on with his innate ability and his facet?
Farms fast neutrals, but also in lane. This hero you're going to see have insane damage. The base damage and HP in lane, I think what I saw yesterday, I got to play versus this a couple of times. I got to play 12 games at least and watched a lot of games too. You're sitting at like 1800 HP with treads and double bracer. Just with that alone, with this, you have insane base damage, insane amount of health as well too. Super strong, very cool. See the potential for carry.
Absolutely.
And we'll see if the heal works on
exactly, which it should, because there's still units, they might not be targetable, but the Shadow Wave should detect that they're around.
They show on the map. That's why I feel like they should,
I think they should. I think you're absolutely right. Okay, next up, obviously going over to Ramses. He's playing the off-lane axe. What do we got going on with the innate and the facet? And of course, interesting to note with this facet, we have seen some axes in the other games, but I believe they've been going for the other one.
Yeah, I think this one is just, he's playing versus Tiny, wants to get that extra attack speed with blade mail timing and stuff like that, so we'll see if that one works out. And then, of course, getting the armor. And then the other thing that Axe, besides just his innates and everything, his shard is ridiculous now. The Aghanims was pretty much moved to the shard, so tons of things that we can talk about for that one.
Okay, then next up, obviously down on the bottom lane, we've got Whitemon on the Jakiro. What's changed with him?
More damage. Just feels like he dishes out way more damage, and they want to play... It looks like on Tundra they wanted to have double attack speed slows in their side lanes, is what I took from Jakiro and Muerta picks.
Indeed, yeah. Talking about Muerta, the other support here that Tundra's running for 9 class. We've seen this one a few times this patch.
Yep.
Seems like we're only really seeing it with this facet.
That's the only one we've seen. So it's strong. You just respawn. You get to save your TP to be able to help out your lanes. Yeah, it definitely seems cool. It's a good one.
And of course, the man of the hour here in the mid lane on one of the heroes that he was running mid many patches ago. He's happy to do it again here today. The Dazzle mid for Thompson. What's he got to play with here with his facet and innate?
All right, we'll have to see if this one even works. I haven't gotten to see this one in practice too much just yet. Obviously, we've only had it for so little time. But versus the Timber, you can see why he wants it. He's trying to be able to get that bullying going, especially when he gets the 4 hits. You'll see that extra bit of damage. And this hero got Weave and a few other things built into it that he used to have, which is also nice. Okay, a lot of fun tools for Thompson to play around with this game. Over on the side of BetBoom, we're seeing the safe lane Tiny. I believe we have Gaming Gladiators try this the other day. What do we got? Nothing too crazy, but definitely things that could make this hero a bit more viable in these higher priority positions. Absolutely. I mean, now it's back to old days, right? We used to see the Echo Saber SNY kind of build, status resist up the Wazoo Tinies. It's back. It's definitely back. Okay, and then on the other side of the map, also over in the mid lane, of course, as we were just seeing, taking a bit of a beat down from tops, a GPK on the mid. Well, we're going to watch bottom lane, though, for now, because indeed, Pure or Miro, who's going to be the first to go? It's going to be Miro going down. Pure's able to survive, getting around the tree line, so first blood for Tundra down in that safe lane. Anyway, back to business with the facets and the innates. We're nearly there, boys and girls. We're getting through them all. GPK on the mid Timbersaw. We're seeing this hero already in this patch, and I'll be honest, indeed, it seems like some aspects of this hero, for whatever reason, they kind of made him even crazier. Yep, feels like he got buffed, and now, as far as I've seen, the exposure therapy is innate, actually works, so you do get mana when you're killing trees, unlike you were before. Whitemon sticking around a bit low, as BetBoom come back into the lane, they'll get themselves a bit of revenge, taking Whitemon down. And of course, Miro now with that crush and the bash, he's going to be able to dive under the tower and get another. Talking about Miro on the slaughter, what do we got? This guy, he's not skipping it. Nope. You get to move really fast, don't have to worry about any slows or anything like that. So versus something like Jakiro, definitely have an extra counter. And yeah, we used to see the Slardars versus most of his melee carries, and we started to see it a lot more in the last patch. And he is versus a Lycan, so could have some success down here from Miro. Absolutely, and laning up with a save on the Rubik. This hero, a lot of cool stuff going on with it right now. Yeah, he seems really, really strong. You can just read the ability, right? AoE bonus on his spells, duration, and he just gets stronger and stronger just to be able to hit. This hero hits. He actually can attack now. I feel like for a long time you actually could not hit as much. You do hit, but it was kind of pathetic. Now your hits hurt. And then last but not least for BetBoom, up at the top, not a hero with the most exciting innate ability. I see a lot of people sort of poke fun at this one, Fogged. Yeah, but I feel like for team games especially, right, for the tournaments, at 7 minutes, at 17 minutes, you just get those tokens immediately for your allies. Sure. And I think it's pretty cool. And as we've seen, you know, this patch isn't completely shy of the 60-minute plus game, so could come in handy if we get that far in to get those instant tier 5s. All right, we made it.
We did.
And Dazzle is owning. So far, Topson, he wanted this matchup. He expected it to go well, and it is going very well. He's got the double nulls, got the sustain.
And sort of what's your overall read of this sort of draft then? As you said, you've got to see a lot of games, you've been playing a lot of games. If you're jumping into a game right now with these two lineups, what sort of screams out at you as maybe a team that's sort of got a grasp of something that could work really nicely in this patch?
I feel like BetBoom kind of stuck to older things a little bit more, except for like the tiny carry in particular, while Tundra's is just completely new, right? Very new style with the Dazzle.
Tell you what, this bottom lane, they're getting quite a lot going on down here, BetBoom. They're able to take down Whitemon, and indeed with this rotation, they can absolutely look to pressure Pure as well. GPK with a very early move here, level 4, comes down to the bottom lane, make sure the Miro continues to clean up down here. 3-1-1 on the off-lane Slardar. Back up top, we're going to see BetBoom try to take down Ramses. Good bounces as well here with the acorn shot of this pine cone that's very angry. Blood grenade, not going to hit though. A little bit short on that as Ramses will be able to back off.
Ton of damage though. Yeah, these lanes, at least bottom lane in particular, Miro is doing very, very well, but they're very volatile. Ramsey's still farming very well versus the Axe, even though he is getting put low. Oh, as the Axe versus the Tiny. Tiny's still farming, but cool. Very, very cool. I'm really cool. It's really interesting to see like the style change, just how much information you get from even one day of patch, and BetBoom just deciding, you know what, we're not going to vary too far outside the box. Right? Save playing his Rubik, but he's playing versus Jakiro, so you can understand why he'd want that one besides just being strong with Slardar.
See how much of a problem this is going to be from the mid lane. Topson,
massive difference.
Clearly getting complete free farm. Sure, GPK makes the movement down bottom. We'll see top lane. Ramses goes for the call on the TP, and he's out.
Mid tower is getting pressured. They're also setting up for the power rune, so Tundra's playing fast.
Yeah, I mean, as I say, this Dazzle's going to be out of control. Topson having a completely free lane, getting so much more out of it than GPK. I mean, you can see already just straight up on the level difference, on the CS difference. This Dazzle's going to potentially be a huge problem. We've seen Topson run away with games like this before.
And his lineup works pretty well with it, right? When he's playing with Lycan, as we mentioned with the heal before. But just besides that, the weave is back. So everybody getting that minus armor thrown onto them. We'll be making that Lycan a lot stronger. Tower defense.
They've got to bring some heroes in if they want to try and slow this down. They're going to lift up onto top, so they're going to try and start things onto him. But they're going to have the safety here. Good dead shot from 9 class to push back Miro.
Tokyo.
And healing Whitemon up. It's hard for these 4 heroes of BetBoom to really get in on top of any of the members of Tundra, especially when Topson's standing at the side, ready to heal them up and get them out there safely. So BetBoom, they'll be able to stop the tower going down for now, but they're not really able to get their teeth stuck into any of the heroes from Tundra.
Unneeded rotation though, right? Like Miro, he leaves bottom so early. Like, don't want to lose your mid tower at 7 minutes in. It just gives too many options open. Enchant was used. It is 7 minutes, so an enchant on a creep would have benefited him getting 2 neutrals, but going for a kill.
Ramses, with his braces and the chainmail, decently cranky. Get another call off.
It's close.
Oh, it's a good dead shot as well for 9 class. It's going to be able to push back Nightfall. And yet, Toronto Tokyo is not going to be able to finish up the job. Ramses is fine. It's just a bit too tough to kill, evidently, here in this lane right now. Ramses with this early build-up of the stats and the armor. The 2 heroes, they just don't quite have the damage. 7.5 minutes in, Topson and Whitemon pretty much taking this tower out. Again, BetBoom, they've got the 2 of them mid. I mean, but sure, last time they brought in a lot of heroes, they're able to stop the push, but they can only do that so many times.
They're just looking to play around that power right now of Topson. Whitemon just sticking around the mid lane, playing for power runes. GPK, he's still level 5.
It's going to be a tough game for him to catch up as well. This is one of the slower starts. You'll see for Timbersaw, I see for GPK for sure as well. Normally in his mid lane, he's having quite a hot start. This is a slow one for him.
Here comes Miro again to try to stop Topson.
9 class. He's going to hit the dead shot to try to take up. The heals coming out will keep him safe. It's very hard for Miro to play aggressive around here. Into this Dazzle at this point with the levels that Topson has, it's pretty difficult to sort of run in and hope to get a kill as a Slardar right now.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, Pure is probably saying, thank you, Topson. You're owning the mid lane. You're pulling this Slardar out of my lane.
Giving him space.
I'm able to recover. Can he trade back with a Slardar with Corrosive Haze? Does feel pretty hard. Let's see.
He's going to pop the ult.
Okay. Locked for a second. And
I don't think there's going to be an ult and runaway. That's not a fight that Pure wants to take.
Maybe Wolves do need armor.
See top lane. Thompson and Whitemon.
Oh, they're surrounding. Nightfall.
They want to try and find the carry.
They've got Ice Path at the ready. Pierce here with the
there we go.
Look at that.
He's going to make something happen with the shapeshift indeed. Heads through the twin gate.
Very cool.
And he's going to get some good use out of it. Ice Path into the dead shot. These supports, they don't miss their spells. Good stuff here from Tundra to take down the carry.
And look at Pure's HP now. He's not even got level 4 wolves. On strength treads, he's 1700 HP and 170 damage when the wolves are out.
Stick around to try and take this tower.
On the flip side though, BetBoom able to pressure bottom a bit, but their heroes just don't push it nearly as naturally. With the Enchantress, sure, but Toronto Tokyo, the moment in the jungle.
Getting the tower trade. Starting to
They're bringing
TP top.
heroes.
They want to try and consider taking a defensive fight around their own tier 1.
There's a lot of Tundra heroes up
He was
here.
able to start it safe, heads in, but he's immediately caught by the Ice Path. See? Still the Howl. That shot's going to connect. GPK also hiding in the trees. I mean, Ramses is trying to charge in to see if he can get in range for a call.
Got
Doesn't
9
find
heroes.
a chance. I mean, yeah, everybody up on this top lane pretty much. Just Mira that's sort of enjoying the space on the bottom side on his own.
You can see that BetBoom, they don't want to lose those towers early. Definitely not versus this push lineup, just getting that pressure onto them that early. We'll be able to keep onto it. And Miro, as you said, didn't move. Top of net worth. His blink timing is going to be very fast this game. So being able to get to the backline, being able to get to Dazzle, could be pretty big if they have some type of follow-up, which might take some time because of how poor GPK was earlier. He's starting to catch back up, but still, yeah, 1200 behind his counterpart. Thompson. Gonna have this Axe very early. It's gonna be components. It's a strong one. Definitely a real strong one. Has not changed.
9 class on this Merc is just a very tricky support to really get on top of.
I mean, the thing that did change, I guess you could say, is that the weave is going to be really nice with the new Shadow Wave as well, being able to cast it on enemies. They're just always going to have that extra minus armor, and you can just cast the weave on them, and it's physical damage, so that's going to be pretty cool. I'm glad to see a little bit of a difference compared to just, I think I saw like 4 Lash Racks. So
yeah, no more Lash, thank you.
Yeah.
You just didn't get very exciting changes, right? Oh, look at it. Get some mana when he hits people.
He's stronger.
Fantastic.
He's just stronger. That's bad.
Exhilarating gameplay. No more Lash.
2 to 4. Slow paced. Tundra attempting to make the early tower pressures, but BetBoom with good responses.
They are.
Have kept himself in a good spot. Besides, yeah, Timber being poor, he's trying to find his recovery outlet.
That's not right.
Thompson's bullying him. He denied every CS versus the Twisted Chakram.
Oh, that's pretty mean, actually.
I mean, denies as he have 26 up on the Dazzle. So.
That's 1k away from having the full Axe hit. So we have very, very quick timing for Thompson.
Super tanky, too. His damage is nothing to laugh at either. Good old Universal heroes. Shield rune for save.
They just really need that Blink Dagger on Miro, which is on its
He's got
way
it
out
done.
now.
Yep.
So if they want to group up and try and make a smoke move with him, he's going to head over towards the mid lane. TP's over. He's ready to join up with Save, and here we go. Let's see what BetBoom can get done with this Blink Dagger reveal. Thompson would be a pretty nice catch.
Exactly.
See if they can burst through him. They get him with the crush, they got the lift up, they've got the perfect amount of control to take down the Dazzle and turn straight towards the tower.
Very good reveal. And they're going to get the tower out of it immediately. Toronto, Tokyo, and Save in the area. All right, BetBoom. Tundra, of course, as we said, they're trying some new things out with some of their picks here. BetBoom sticking to their guns. And so far, this early game, looking nice.
I mean, do we get anything crazy sort of for the carry Lycan in terms of item builds?
I don't know yet, honestly. I mean, Echo Saber is definitely going to be super valuable, but stat items, right? He's universal, so we'll have to see how he decides to go. I mean, he is going to be in trouble here. He's got backup.
He has got a fair bit of backup. Whitemon comes in, lays down the fire and the ice. So Miro won't be able to continue to stand his ground against Pure.
And he probably needs AC this game, I would say, on Pure. I mean, BKB AC after the Echo could probably be pretty nice. Just he's playing versus Timbersaw. I'm not sure if that's going to fuss him up so much. Maybe just gets tankier. We'll see, because he is very durable. Look at his HP and damage. It is pretty crazy how much you get out of these wolves.
Yeah, not easy to burst him, especially considering he has the backup of a hero such as the mid Dazzle Thompson. just about to finish up the Aghanims, 300 gold away, and Topson will have that ready to go for the next play.
The BetBoom so far, I mean, Nightfall, he is still cruising at the top
there.
there.
Very, very well.
Yeah, very well. And it only accelerates from there on the Tiny. Just gets faster and faster.
Echo Saber into the Silver Edge is going to be the plan here for Nightfall on this safe lane Tiny.
Yep. As soon as he gets a shard, that speed really accelerates so much. Man, we really did slow down a lot. You know, our game that we got to do yesterday was, as you said, 20-something kills in the first 10 minutes. Now we've gotten back to slowing down the pace of things. Teams are playing more careful.
I think so. You know, that was definitely sort of day one of the new patch. You just sort of run your hero at the enemy heroes and see what your spells and buttons do. Now we're kind of calming things back down. And that could lead us towards having some closer games. You know, obviously a lot of the games we've had, even though some have gone longer, most sort of build up a large advantage. I think we had sort of one today that was a bit more back and forth.
Are scanning.
But this one, yeah, so far, BetBoom with the gold lead right now, 5-2, coming up at 15 minutes in. But Tundra, once they have their items, so the Aghanim on Topson, which he does, they could certainly group up. The next big thing, of course, is just going to be Ramses getting this Blink Dagger. They'll have a pretty good shot of jumping into these fights, or finding these pickoffs, and getting some action themselves. It's starting to take away some of that lead that BetBoom's managed to grow.
I think they'll look to accelerate things as soon as that blink comes out.
Yeah,
BetBoom definitely able to respond, though. I saw they gave the Wisdom Rune to GPK, so they're trying to get him a little more online. But GPK is definitely killable this game constantly. It's he's not tanky versus this massive amount of physical. And pretty, I mean, decent, not a lot of magic, but massive physical.
Bottom lane Miro. Found himself and Jakiro. This Whitemon. See if he's able to keep his distance. He has got Pure by his side, and in fact, Miro doesn't, or he might be tempted to blink in again.
He's thinking about it.
He certainly is. But we're seeing Pure, he doesn't want to take the risk of diving any deeper for that attempted support kill, so he will hold back.
Good ward at top. They scout the movement immediately. They have the ward just watching the tower, so Nightfall, he's just able to walk away. Finishes up his shard. Yeah, his timings are looking really good.
Well, talking about good timings as well, Save, he's been getting a lot of farm of this Rubik. He's already got his Blink Dagger done, so they've got another form of catch here on BetBoom.
Not a form of catch, but more importantly, it's like positioning so he can make sure he steals Ice Path. If he can always
the one you're going for? That's pretty much the top tier stuff there. What are you looking at?
Ice Path and Huerta. Yep. More than likely. I would imagine either one of those, any of the spells that he can get from these two is going to be really nice. Push commencing. I don't know if they saw. I don't think Ramses showed the blink yet. He's been kind of hiding on the side. They don't know that ward is there though. So
he probably passed under this wall, right?
Yeah, he did. So
yeah,
BetBoom should.
They'll see it. They'll be aware.
And let's say Toronto Tokyo in position. Nightfall. He's gonna show. Yeah, lead staying consistent here. 3K. And now the rotation's coming over. Here's Save.
They get the setup into the Centaur Stomp. Whitemon is going to get bailed out for now by Topson. GPK's coming in the side with a Chakram though. It's going to be a dead Jakiro. Topson.
Nightfall is taking quite a bit of damage.
Topson's sort of split off to the side now. He's kind of on his own, but I tell you what, he's kind of doing it. Nightfall's likely to tick out to the damage. He will. So Topson, he'll go down, but he's able to bring the enemy carry with him.
That was the most Topson play ever. His team's like backing away and he's just charging at them.
He's literally sort of 1v4.
Look at the damage. Look at this damage.
All right, come on. That's you know, this is why Topson loves to run it mid. He knows the potential.
We'll talk about it in a second.
Yep.
Right after this, but Pure.
The illusion here to get out GPK.
The new combo with the Poison Bloom, the way it works with your Aghanims, since you're throwing attacks and everything too, he's able to constantly pop this Poison Bloom. That was actually kind of cool.
Yeah, that's pretty crazy.
Like I think he popped it 2 or 3 times, just popping an attack, a heal, and a poison touch, because he has the 300 attack range bonus as well. Interesting.
Well, so how do the numbers actually work? Wait, hold up. He's in the middle, get the jump onto Topson. Topson, can he get out of this? He can't.
No, he's dead.
Very, very good initiation here from Miro. Could set up for BetBoom to find more. Do they want to go up to the high ground? They won't. They'll hold back for now.
I mean, you're going to clearly see what the plan from BetBoom is. Kill Topson at the start of these fights. Don't let him do this.
Absolutely, because any sort of prolonged team fight that he can live and keep on hitting, you're going to have a problem. So it's just jump again onto Nightclub. I tell you what, Miro, he's getting some fantastic initiations here. He's pretty much setting up everything for the team here. Each and every time Miro on his Slardar, they got to be a bit more awake, it feels, on Tundra. They're getting caught quite a lot by this Slardar's jumps.
I mean, they need Ramses to get involved. He's got this blink and blade mail. He's 0-0-0 this game so far. He's got to start looking to try to play behind his teammates to try to save it, predict the movements perhaps of Miro, because Miro right now, he's just cruising. Level 12, he's got a shard as well.
Just literally crushing them.
Yeah, literally, yeah.
Literally. They've got to be a bit more prepared for him because, yeah, Miro's doing quite a number here.
And he's got shard already finished up too, so the burst potential of, if they're next to the Slardar, especially with the tiny, anyone's going to get popped from the combo. Really good jumps and very good aggressive wards we've seen from BetBoom. First, the protective ward they had up top earlier, but then the deeper wards elsewhere. So yeah, we see that. Those kills all over the place. Really well played by Miro. And now look at GPK. By the way, what happened to... Oh, he's top net worth.
Yeah, that's a concerning sign here for Tundra. You know, they may have had this start where Thompson was having a free lane, GPK was sort of struggling to keep up, and indeed now it looks like that never happened.
Yep, and really cool too, like just the build that he's going to go down. He's like, yeah, they have massive physical damage. I'm going Aghanims.
I like it.
So he's just going to be pretty invulnerable until they have some type of dispel.
Yep. It's going to be really, really nice against the damage that sort of the Thompson's trying to do in these sort of longer fights.
Yeah.
Just to confirm with these numbers, with this facet. So Poison Touch, when you get it on them, obviously keeps going them as much as you hit them as it did before. It's doing 52 damage per second. So the split damage is 100. Does that mean if you get 4 hits on someone that's taking 52 damage a second, now they're taking 152 damage a second, and then you hit them 4 more times, and now they're taking 252 damage a second?
I thought it just splintered, and then he just keeps ticking. And then if you hit them 4 more times,
every 4 attacks, the poison will deal additional damage. So I'm guessing that number is the additional damage.
Maybe, I don't know. We'll have to see. We'll have to no idea.
The ramp up does seem pretty crazy then.
Dazzle specialist,
if you can keep hitting.
Let us know.
Yep.
Who's tested it, because I did not test this.
I mean, that's how it reads, right?
If it does say additional, I read it as it splits, and then you continue splitting every 4 hits.
Deal additional, you know what I'm saying? I mean, and then the confusing thing is it says it deals additional and splits, and then obviously on the numbers it just says split damage, where it's like, well, what's the additional damage? Either way, it's a lot of damage, and either way, as BetBoom has shown us, the way to deal with it is just simply kill the Dazzle. Get on top of Thompson, get him out of the fights, and that's sort of a huge part of the overall damage that Tundra's trying to kick out eliminated. So if Miro can keep finding these jumps, BetBoom's going to be in a pretty good spot.
Thompson, and look at this, it's Thompson again.
Look at this indeed. They get him with the jump, they get him with the lift back. This time he's able to get the grave off. So Thompson
spells off.
Be able to turn with the poison touch. They've got the call to control Miro. A stolen grave though, keeping Miro alive. He'll still die at the end of it.
Axe. Timber.
GPK's fine. I mean, Nightfall's turned up. They can even turn to look to take down Pure. They've got the control with the toss. I mean, I tell you what, they're lovely stuff from Save. Sure, he goes down, but he's able to make sure that Miro gets the job done, lives long enough to sort of help them bring down Thompson.
Definitely.
And now they've got the number advantage. The Chakramir cutting through the trees. Whitemon tries for a TP, but they've got plenty of ways to stop it. Nightfall's in with the toss. BetBoom very much crushing it. And yeah, Miro, he doesn't miss. He's starting off every single fight absolutely perfectly.
They're getting all the... Yeah, they're literally starting every fight. Ramses waltzes in with his Blink Dagger, and he just walks up and gets a call off, which it's not a bad one by any means, but doesn't get the dunk. The Grave comes out after it, because he could have actually dunked on the Grave, which would have been pretty nice for him, but they didn't have Pure either at the start of the fight. Pure was top in Ancients, shows up, and does nothing and dies.
Yeah, that was a rough one. That was a rough one. It's getting pretty messy. You know, we've had some close... Well, actually, we haven't had a lot of close.
We haven't.
This is also another one that doesn't look very close right now. It's 21 minutes in. It's a 9K lead for BetBoom. And it seemed like, you know, sort of 5 minutes ago, with the timings that Tundra had, it wasn't terrible, right? There could have been potential, but it feels like that potential may have been missed, because now BetBoom, they're getting the jumps. We're yet to really see Tundra able to set up and look to initiate and start something themselves successfully.
Absolutely. I mean, Miro has kind of just been full-out MVP, right?
Absolutely.
Getting every single catch that he needs to, and yeah, GPK is probably like, great job, everybody. You know, you guys have salvaged my game completely. He's 4-0-6. He's got pretty much the items that he needs in this game to survive, and now he can go aggressive items. Really good game plan so far from BetBoom, and they're scaling. That's the other thing, too. Their lineup scales
massively. They really are.
Even Tokyo.
Yeah. You look at the support, you look at Save in particular as well. He's nearly got his Yule Scepter.
Yep.
He's nearly caught up to the farm of Ramses. I mean, it really feels like Ramses on the axe this game. So far, it's not been too impressive. He's not been able to sort of have that impact, that jump in that the team requires. We need to see more from him. He's got to step it up if they want to have a chance to turn this game around.
Absolutely. And now they're into this Aegis Tiny, who's been almost uncontested this entire game, except for that top play that happened. About to have BKB done.
Yeah.
And yeah, there's the blink for GPK. So the thing about BetBoom's draft too is they have much easier follow-up, right? They have the blink on save, they have the blink on the Slardar, and then they have the blink now on the Timber. So whoever gets caught is going to get immediately simultaneously jumped. On the side of Tundra, if Ramses does jump, what's the follow-up? It's kind of difficult to see how it's going to actually follow up to kill some of these heroes now at this point. Have to protect Topson, though. They have to find better ways to just ensure that he can survive and have long, extended team fights for him to get his spells off, because now we've seen 2 back-to-back fights where he just dies almost instantly.
And nowadays as well with this mid-dazzle, level 15, because you have the Ags, are you taking the Shadow Wave, or are you going all in on, because 80 attack speed is a lot, and especially with this new facet, right, with the 4 attacks, I'd imagine you do take the attack speed.
Can he even stand still and get the attacks off, though? Right? Like, he's just playing around spamming his spells.
It feels awkward then, right? Because it feels like, obviously, one of the reasons why you want to play this hero mid and go for it, and you go for this facet, is because you want to build up these 4 attacks and keep splitting and building up the poison.
But you're playing your heal attacks when you use it on him.
Sure,
right? So you're playing around.
but
yeah, I mean,
the increased damage of the heal isn't speeding up the frequency that it's splitting and increasing damage, you know. I will see what he takes.
He took the heal.
But indeed, you're right. Just taking the numbers for the heal damage.
I think standing still and attacking versus tiny Slarded Timber at this point just feels like you're setting yourself up to die. So I feel like
if anything, are you saying as well, you feel like this facet's kind of an underwhelming one?
Maybe there's better ways to protect him. Probably, though. Unsure. Needs more sample size needed.
Yep. On top tower, BetBoom, they're going to be able to take it. They're going to be able to push for quite a bit here, likely, with this Aegis now on Nightfall. Still 3 minutes, of course, with it.
I really like how BetBoom played this. Just ensuring they don't lose early towers, showing up to every fight, and Miro just, honestly playing so well, getting these perfect catches. And now at this point, you can see Tundra, they're definitely afraid to look for any type of fight.
Ramses. He's going to get caught here, saving deep, stolen shapeshift. Rubik becomes the wolf. Ramses has to BKB and run to the high ground.
Save has call. You can do a blink call play as a wolf.
I mean, it's just so hard as well for Tundra by the looks of it. If Ramses is the one getting bullied out at the start of the fight, and he can't be there to sort of jump back in, none of these other heroes can really punish BetBoom going in on the Axe, right? You know, who's going to throw themselves in outside of Ramses?
Tundra just definitely starting to seem like they've run out of damage, right? Versus this type of draft, versus these tanky 3 cores who've now gotten way too strong. And the support's even saved in a perfect position every time. In Tokyo, he is never going to be easy to bring down as a Tench.
Not at all. They're looking very, very, very well secure here with their draft, BetBoom.
Topson.
And with their play.
They have a sneaky ward down here, placed on the cliff.
Ooh, got to get out of it.
They see Whitemon, they see Ramses.
I mean, they may not be afraid to dive tier 2s. They're pretty strong right now, BetBoom, and indeed they're straight in. Ramses will get the call off. So this gives him enough chance to threaten Miro. It doesn't. Miro's fine. He can back out. They've taken out one. They'll get the toss back over towards Miro. Miro's in with a crush. GPK is falling low.
Getting to cast spells.
All right, they're able to get the couple of them, but there is the Aegis, of course, on Nightfall. He's going to be back for round 2. Jump forward from
blink call.
Oh, indeed, he's able to get the 3 of them.
What?
I mean, he's just done it there. He'll go down, but absolutely making it happen here. But I see Pure try and run. A tree thrown out his way will kill him.
No way.
Nightfall takes him down and save. Making sure that Tundra don't quite get the break that they were hoping to find there.
You definitely he also, the new Rubik, the new AoE. He has a huge AoE on his call, so he blink called 3 heroes, and they now got on top.
Check this out again. I mean, it looks like a bit of a risky fight. As you say, it's kind of on this tier 2. Whitemon's able to get his full combo off. GPK starts to burn. Nightfall, of course, loses the Aegis, but save. He sees an opportunity to make sure that this fight continues to be one that BetBoom overall benefit from.
So absolutely clutch. Look at this. They did not expect it at all.
They're like, what's going on?
It's Rubik.
Just 3-man called us. Miro and Nightfall obviously in with the follow-up. And at this point, not quite the comeback fight that Tundra maybe thought that they had. Back in action up top. Whitemon, graved in time by Topson.
Good grave. Nightfall's coming in.
I mean, Toronto Tokyo's going to try and finish off Whitemon by the looks of it as well. Nightfall looks towards Ramses, but Ramses is able to put the BKB. He's got the
getting
ball as well. They get a good dead shot, but GPK is just going to jump straight up to the high ground, burst through Whitemon. They take out 9 class. I mean, each and every time, in these sort of fights right now, maybe if they weren't 15k behind, things would be going a little different in these sort of skirmishes. But the problem is, they're 15k behind. So these skirmishes, they're just not quite working out for Tundra. They're trying their best to hit their spells, but the lead that BetBoom have, you know, BetBoom at the moment, they're cruising.
It looks close where he's able to get like these attacks on the hand. You see them starting to get a whittle down, and then an extra blink dagger comes out. Because of those triple blinks that they were able to get early, they keep getting on Thompson. And Nightfall's probably like, oh, thank you.
He's having a great time. Very, very close as well to having the full AC.
And saved. He did steal the call again. So he has
got to keep eyes on him, indeed.
Especially with the Yules, it's nice, because he can just combo it.
Absolutely. And look at this. They found Ramses.
Oh, beautiful.
As Ramses just continuing to have a very tough game on this Axe Fog. It's been a rough one.
Absolutely. And I mean, this Axe call, too, on the Rubik lasts, what, 4 seconds? 4.2 seconds or something like that? It's pretty crazy. And I think most people were looking at Axe 2 as being one of the biggest winners. Yet this is, I mean, we've only had, what, a couple games so far still, but one of the quieter ones from this Axe. Toronto Tokyo is also, of course, another carry at this point.
I'll tell you what, maybe it's because he took the wrong facet. I mean, you know, all these actors I've been seeing crushing games, they took the other one.
That's true.
That's what he'll tell you, but like, I took the wrong facet.
Pure? Get himself out of here. What is Pure at queued up? He's going all in on just right click. All right. He's going the butterfly next. Trying to be able to stand toe-to-toe versus the Tiny.
Middle tower is under attack.
All right, I mean, obviously the burst is still going to be a bit of a problem. But yeah, sure, if you evade a couple of right clicks from this Tiny, that's a lot of damage that you're essentially missing out on taking.
It is Tiny, it's Slardar, and it's Enchantress.
So I mean, right,
a lot of right click. It is quite a bit, so we'll see if that does end up working out for Pure.
Okay.
If they can actually just let him get hits off in particular, because as we've seen so far, most of the fights, it's just Pure runs in, gets one attack, dies, or runs in and has to run away. So we'll have to see if it does end up having any benefits here.
I mean, yeah, it's a super hard game for him to carry.
Yes. Ramsey's under a ward again. I feel like BetBoom just always has vision.
No. Oh, no. And Save, just to rub salt in the wounds, you know, he's calling Ramses. Doesn't feel good when you're getting called and you're the Axe.
Definitely not. Whitemon.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Probably going to be okay, unless they want to just jump into the high ground, which we're probably getting very close to BetBoom being comfortable enough to do that.
Middle tower
They're not afraid of no sort of tier 4s. They're very strong right now, super beefy.
But they're killers. Miro sees a target, immediately runs at him. He's very close to his Aghanims. He's got a healing Lotus, so he's got mana if he wants to keep chasing. But he'll get back up on Pure. But they're controlling the map nicely, too, constricting any farm that Tundra's able to get when they come outside.
And Pure can kind of get his level 20, get the BKB on top of this butterfly, and sort of have a fight where Thompson's able to get a few rounds of his spells spammed out. The Lycan could hit pretty hard. You know, he could start cleaning up some of the squishier heroes. And again, you know, if Ramses can get in with a good blink call, maybe they can do something. They're still down 20k. They really need kind of everything to play out perfectly in the team fights to have a chance here, Tundra. But where there's a chance, there's a chance.
Oh, but look at BetBoom. They're all coming down for the fight. New items all picked up. A BKB for Toronto Tokyo and Aghanims for Miro. I mean, everyone just got a full item on the side of BetBoom.
So strong. Well, this team fight could be about to get a little bit painful.
Yep, Ramsey's only level 15 too. He is very underleveled. Toronto Tokyo leading the charge.
Ward's up. Miro's in. He's going to make the jump straight away over towards 9 class. 9 class is going to get healed up. Ramsey jumps in with the BKB, but the BKB is already out from Miro. He turns straight over towards Ramses.
Nice grave.
Shallow grave comes out from Thompson. He'll be able to heal up Ramses a bit. 9 class getting focused down by Toronto Tokyo, but another round of heals comes in. Doesn't matter. 9 class still goes down. Pure tried to get in on the fight, but of course, it's still at a point where he doesn't have his BKB, so he's going to get caught by the stuns. Miro's in over towards Thompson. They're taking out both of them. Ramses is down. 9 class is out. Miro bashes up Whitemon. It's going to be a cleanup. It's going to be a team wipe, and
that might be it.
It might be.
It definitely feels like it. They killed
nobody. Very close to.
They couldn't touch anyone.
And Roshan's going to be up in 2 seconds. Unfortunately for Miro, he's just keep it away. So they won't stick around and look for it.
Look at the jump, though. The vision instantly placed down and no hesitation. They jump any target. They know how strong they are. Look at Pure. He's not hitting anybody. I actually don't think he really got many attacks.
Controlled.
Difficult game for him.
You know, this was the fight where Thompson did kind of get the free cast rate. He got a lot of his spells off. It was only at the very end sort of he gets focused, but the team's 27k behind.
GPK just cruising through it. Another dead shot.
Yeah. looking to be another one of those stomps
Radiant's
that we've had in this
bottom
patch.
barracks are under attack. Radiant's bottom barracks has fallen.
But very well executed. Do have to give it massive credit. I mean, yeah, just playing very good around the early game pressure that Tundra tried, and then, I mean, yeah, Ramsey's just a super quiet game from him. I think for next game, they have to have a better situation or something for him.
Maybe he'll take the other facet.
Maybe he will.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Because, yeah, just quiet as Miro. I mean, Miro totally popped off in comparison, just making all the plays in the world, it felt like. 30,000 gold lead.
That's a rough one there for the boys on
You can
Tundra.
see it. And this is not a game either where they have Toronto, Tokyo playing Phoenix or something, where he might egg his carry and a disaster might ensue. But
Is there any way for BetBoom to grief one another?
they
That's
have tossed
the
on
comeback
Tiny.
mechanic.
Right?
Scanning.
That's probably the only. No,
They got tossed. They've got what, shard on Rubik.
Yeah.
You know, there's a few ways.
not after earlier.
No, that's true. They've come in on this series, BetBoom, and this game one looking to be top stuff. We'll see the smoke come out.
They scanned it perfectly, and Tokyo's in position.
Yeah, if they try and fight here, will definitely be the last hurrah here for Tundra in this game one.
Pure's gonna try.
Let's see what they got. Nightfall. BKB's out, turns over towards 9 class. 9 class is able to force away. Pure tries to get in. He's getting tossed over towards Toronto. Tokyo Miro turns towards Thompson. GPK and Miro, they just
Pure's just running
in on top of the Dazzle. Now Miro turns over towards Pure. Won't actually be able to catch him with the crush, but they've lost Ramses, they've lost Wymon, and they've lost this game. GG is called as BetBoom very impressively get the victory here. Not a close one. One of the biggest stomps. Sure, it stretched it out for a little bit this game. Tundra. We'll see if we get ourselves a bit of a closer one, because of course that game one was a bit of a stompy McStompson by BetBoom. This time around with the drafts, what do you make of it? And of course, let's go through some of the stuff. Some of the heroes, of course, we have seen, and I'm sure you've seen from earlier ones, but who sort of jumps out and who's got very notable facets and innate abilities that we should be watching out for this game, Fog?
They just talked about it ad nauseum, right? There's the TA. That's one that's going to be really interesting. I haven't gotten to see this one in practice too much, especially now with an Abaddon. So I'm wondering how barriers work, because it always was like refraction went first. So I'm wondering if that's going to change. And then Death Prophet. I think that's the other one that looks super interesting to me. Your ghosts are pretty much just amplified if you get fights. You know, if you get kills during the fights and stuff like that. But GPK has played this even before the patch.
He was.
Hero that he does really like to play. And they have a very strong, well-rounded draft again. And it's going to be up to Tundra to put the test, because they've lost every game that we've casted in 30 minutes about.
It's not been an easy patch at all for Tundra, and they've got a hold on this game. They lose this, they're out of the tournament.
Yeah, and they are playing versus a strong draft and a comfort draft from BetBoom with their Pudge on save.
Here we go. Setups there. It's an easy hook. 4 save. Wymon is going to try and run, but the shield, it won't save him. First blood, it's only going to go the way of GPK on his mid DP.
Save's just like running next to him. He's like, please let me get the last hit. I want to get some strength. But he won't be able to. And yeah, GPK getting first blood in already what looks like a pretty glorious matchup. I mean, he's versus an Alchemist. I haven't seen this matchup in, ages, but overall, Death Prophet does very good versus these melees in general. But let's see if Thompson can do some crazy stuff.
Of course, trading very nicely under the Acid Spray, but as the lane goes on and with the Spirit Siphon, should be a lane where GPK is kept safe. Looking at the Wraith King, we've seen a few different Wraith Kings today in the patch so far in terms of the facets. Of course, this game, we're getting Nightfall going for the Spectral Blade, so no skeletons today. Yeah.
Did you guys get skeletons earlier?
We got some skellies earlier.
You guys did, okay.
We got both. In fact, we had a series where one game was done with the skellies.
Okay, I missed that.
They won that game, and one game was done with the Spectral Blade. They lost that game.
Okay, I've only really seen the Spectral Blade.
Yep.
Spectral Blade myself too.
It's definitely the more popular of the two.
Yeah.
So what do you make of it? This should what effectively what's it doing for the hero?
Just makes him do more damage. It reduces his farming overall, though. That's the one thing. The skeletons will always let you farm more, but this maybe lets you fight a bit better overall. Thank you.
I think GPK dropped down a branch and Thompson was able to eat it himself. So a little bit of a donation of a tree in the mid lane.
Hey, and Thompson is, he's just shoving the wave in. These first 2 waves look good. Gotten all the last hits.
And indeed, yeah, as the panel talked about, basically the facet that GPK is going to have going is, he's involved in kills, or I think it's like a 2,000 radius. If heroes die, it will build up charges on his exorcism, and basically when he uses his exorcism, some of the generic ghosts will be replaced with the ghosts of heroes, and those ghosts do a bit of extra damage.
Yeah. So it just gets buffed up the more kills and stuff, if you're able to secure them. And the other thing, of course, is Death Prophet did get several changes as well. Not just talking about that, but the the W, the silence no longer slows like it used to, but now she gets also passive movement speed from her innate rather than from her ultimate skilling up. So it'll be coming from different things, but yeah. The hero just got pretty much buffed, it feels like, besides just not having slow on the silence.
Top lane. Pure. He's going to get the kill onto save, but of course quickly after he'll die himself.
And he's struggling on CS already.
That's true. Lowest CS right now out of the cause.
And Brian is going to, I'm going to be watching because Brian's going to be very critical
He is.
onto Pure, especially after that last game.
I mean, he's not wrong. You know, Pure's had a rough patch so far. Sure, it's early days, and it's to be expected, right? We get a crazy new patch. Some players are going to be able to adapt a bit quicker than others.
Absolutely. And yeah, we see there the Viper, new one being pointed out as well, too. You get insanely tanky. So it's pretty sweet. See how Pure is able to withstand. Honestly, it breaks it so fast. The damage over time still feels pretty damn good versus it.
For sure. I think at the end of the day, even though refraction in a lot of scenarios is going to feel pretty crazy,
yeah.
Some of the classics like Viper, it's still going to be a solid answer.
Absolutely. At the least they have Whitemon, right? You can remove them once it gets to like the 4th stack up and stuff like that, but still a lot of pressure being put out as all 3 lanes, top of the CS.
Oh, cheeky little angle there from Save.
Save is he just committing for it? Okay, he won't. Shield is still up.
Gotta watch out for these hooks from Save. I'll tell you what, I don't think he's missed one so far.
Not quite yet. I mean, this man loves his pudge.
Might be able to get someone under the tower if Whitemon's not too careful, but keeping just enough of a distance.
Scaro's getting mana up. Can they break the clarity? It's actually pretty important if they're able to.
That's a hook.
Under tower.
I mean, that's a lovely one for Save and a pretty easy one. I mean, Whitemon's got the aphotic shield.
Mira's taking a lot of damage.
And Mira's going to be able to back off in time. Save, could he chase down the kill? He can.
Plus 1.4.
I'm going to tell you what, this man, he don't miss. He don't miss. I mean, that one there, I think Whitemon's going to be sort of kicking himself for that one. Just got a little bit too dangerous of a spot standing around and allowing himself to get hooked under tower. Nightfall's able to get the stun off. And with these last few seconds of Rainfall, he actually gets the kill.
And Night Class might go down as well. He's got to sell. He's okay. Able to get the kill down there as well.
All right, but some early brawling in the lanes. Looking at the mid lane CS situation so far, both are getting farmed, but GPK getting a fair few denies out of this.
Oh, the tree.
The water rune, not going to do anything to save him. Thompson goes down, so yeah, GPK.
I knew that was coming.
Well, the instant tip and the
thank you.
That is true. That is true. There's, but at the same time, friendly bit of banter, of course, because from Thompson it was also a friendly bit of banter, and the tip will be returned. So both having a bit of fun in the mid lane, but GPK definitely having a way more fun. Getting this solo kill, getting this amount of denies, he's going to be zooming ahead in XP and in levels.
Let's see if he does the same build he did the other day. The Atos did look very good. This one has a little bit less merit for it, but Phase Boots looks excellent this game versus the physical damage. Just that little bit extra you can get even versus Acid Spray is nice. We'll see if he does go down that route. Ramses.
Once this Hellbait smash it dead. 9 class, he'll get the last hit.
Ramses put low HP though. He has to be careful how he steps up the next time versus this Wraith King.
Yeah, I mean, looks like, you know, Toronto Tokyo bringing the Enchantress in on this new patch. Looks like this hero still does pretty annoying things, right? It was a super solid last patch, and reason to believe that it's still going to be just as annoying this patch, Fold.
Honestly, it feels just as good. Yeah. It feels pretty much exactly the same. It's Enchantress that scales.
Ramses
and always secures your lane.
Off in time.
Oh.
I mean, he's going to be fine, but it's a relative term. Up on the top lane, Pure will manage to take down Mira. So it looks like this time round, he's going to be able to push forward. He's got a stun ready to throw out Thompson. He's going to throw it the way of GPK. I mean, if Save can hit the hook, I mean, he may not even need to. Yeah, Thompson's sort of just surrounded and cornered here by the 3 of them. He's gone. This mid lane continuing to be a beautiful part of the map for BetBoom and GPK. We'll go back up to that kill top that we missed earlier. Pure and Whitemon simply able to dive with the refraction and the aphotic shield. But this mid lane, it's becoming quite the problem.
Yeah, mid's a problem, and bottom starting to see that Wraith King. Also
and there it is. Look at those. Look at those here. Look at those spirits go.
Oh, that looks.
You can see the Alchemist and the Abaddon swinging around there.
That looks so goofy. Oh my god, that's
And now
hilarious.
they look to Whitemon. Oh, they get the bushwhack off, but Whitemon is dead. GPK's still got one more Siphon to play around with.
He might just kill him.
He might. He's got the amplified damage rune going. Oh! 9 class. Very lucky to get away there. Pop the Urn of Shadows charge, and he'll get out. But GPK doesn't get much better than this from the mid DP to start things off.
this is on the flip side. Last time it was Topson who had a 2-level advantage. Now it was GPK for a moment, and Toronto Tokyo able to steal the Ruin.
It doesn't matter if he dies here. He got the job done.
They get them both.
And he'll make them work for it. I mean, he's still got the Warpipe Raider with him, but the burst is there from Ramses. I mean, there's a Seed Shot available, but I don't think this Pinecone's finishing the job, unfortunately, here for Toronto Tokyo. So Ramses is fine.
But securing free farm for Nightfall.
Yeah, and let's see what GPK goes for. As you said, Atos was kind of the order of the day here from his mid DP build in the last patch. He's got 1,200 gold. He's got a few ways he can go. We'll see if he wants to go for that sort of control, or if he just wants to sort of tank up, stats up.
Because physically, like, they do have good physical damage,
yeah.
right? TA plus Alchemist, so maybe he looks, maybe, I don't know, Shivas? I don't know, we'll see. He's got a lot of gold, he's still thinking about it as well.
Nice.
Top.
Save. Defensive hook here to try and save Mira, but Topson's going to be able to dive in. They'll get the kill. Turn over towards save, and indeed with this rotation from Topson, they may just be able to find the two of them. Another concoction ready to go. They get the kill, he turns over towards GPK to hold back the Death Prophet. They should get the chance for Topson to walk away back to safety. So after having a bit of a tough time in the mid lane, Topson comes in with a rotation top, and he's able to make something very good happen here for Tundra in a lane where, as we're seeing, you know, Mira, I mean, in general, the two off-laners this game, they are suffering.
Absolutely. I feel like that's how Topson's probably going to play a lot in this game. It's very his style anyway, just run around. And he did take, we didn't get to talk about, he took Mixologist, so it is about making those plays constantly happen and buffing up your allies too, right? We'll have to see how much he's going to actually be able to do with these like Berserk potions and stuff like that.
That's pretty crazy, yeah. 30% cooldown reduction on the concoction during his chemical rage.
Yeah, he's already making the move again up top. Tokyo is at the ready though. They have a sentry prepared also to protect Miro.
Yeah, Mira's a lot of the part of this early game, it seems like he's sort of been left on his own, so they need a bit of extra presence. Toronto Tokyo is certainly going to be able to provide that.
These kills add up though. You see Pure now 700 ahead over that Wraith King. Treads and Dragonlance very early on. And he's got good protection, as we've seen Whitemon being able to get these nice shields on him, even though he's died a few times. Much more even game, at least so far.
It is. It certainly looks to be on the numbers.
There's some adjustments made so far here from Tundra.
Nine class. It's close to picking up his 6 in the mid lane. Save.
He's thinking about it.
It's a bit of a tricky one to go for, though. It doesn't, of course, have the level 6, and Stampede is at the ready.
At least
Ramses comes out straight away.
Yep. Now they can actually make a gank on the other side of the map, though. Without Stampede, they can look to run down perhaps some of these heroes.
Getting on top of Pure is a bit tricky, though, without that hook of save.
Did GPK show what he's getting? Okay, Witchblade. So an armor item, plus gonna help him be able to be a bit more aggressive as well.
And 9 class of Topson. Now look towards Toronto Tokyo. Good amount of kill potential here. Topson, if he teams up with 9 class for these sort of movements. Nice attempt to try and stop the TP.
They're on Topson.
Topson is getting blocked off as well by Stave. Phonic Shield comes out, and indeed Topson underneath his own tower. Is he able to get away? He's running.
He's alive!
What the hell? He actually survives! They couldn't finish him off, and now with the numbers turning up, they can turn over towards GPK.
Oh,
the setup's there with the bushwhack for 9 class.
Is he up, Pure? Is he okay?
Oh, gotta be careful here, Pure. Oh, okay, he wasn't careful enough. That's the tip indeed, comes straight out from Miro. I mean, that was going great. You know, they keep Topson alive. They look like they're gonna kill GPK, and then Pure dives a little bit too far. Overestimates his ability as the TA at this point, and only ends up feeding GPK some more glory.
These are all the little things, though, right? Like phase boots and whatnot that GPK does have finished. He didn't yet have the Witchblade, but this little bits of armor and move speed, it let him get away, so that was cool. That's pretty nice. And we see Nightfall already, the Radiance, of course, playing versus TA. It's going to make a lot of sense.
That's still going to be good,
yeah. Even though it's not the same refraction stuff, it's still the miss rate and all that kind of things, too. That will be very beneficial.
Pure, you know, as you say, he has a really good start in the lane. Can't afford to go for any more plays like that.
No.
Not yet. He's got to sit back, get his core items online. He's got the Dragon Lance, go for that Deso next.
They have stacks for him as well, too, so he can back up and look. I think he has a double or triple Ancient and a triple Hard Camp, so
should be able to keep his farm still in a good position.
Yep.
Him and Topson only just behind that of GPK right now.
And Topson is also queuing up a Radiance of himself, so looking to continue getting that scaling going, at least so far, if he does pick that up. Might slow things down a little bit, though, if he does look to like sit back and farm to finish that Radiance. If he wants to play active pre-Radiance, then that's different. But if he sits back and farm, that could be could give BetBoom some openings to make moves on the map.
I think so. I can only imagine GPK is going to have some plans to take away a lot of these towers very early on. Bottom, they're going to try for Ramses.
Bite.
He's got the Stampede at the ready, and once again, it'll be enough to get him out in time. So still not quite the easy kill that Save and Nightfall are hoping for when they try each and every time. But as you say, still a little win in the sense that the Stampede is used, and that therefore means that Tundra as a whole got to be a bit more on edge for the next few moments.
Yeah, it lets Miero also play a little more up, right? Because otherwise, like, Stampede and just gets ran down from some TA. So popping, forcing that's always nice. As they get some nice pressure bottom with the Dark Troll Summoner. Is Tundra gonna look to protect this one? They're rotating the Centaur, but it's pretty much
hard.
dead.
I think this tower's pretty much gone. I mean, really good early pressure from BetBoom. We're, what, 12 minutes in? BetBoom, they've taken all the 3 Tier 1 towers. Tundra themselves yet to really have a look in at any of the towers on the other side of the map.
He just doesn't miss.
I mean, he literally doesn't miss. I don't know if we can get up the hit rate of these hooks this game, but it's been pretty fantastic from Save.
I think it's 100%.
I want to say it has been as well.
That was really nicely done again.
Top Pudge stuff.
Mental damage as well.
I mean, this man, it's these skill shot heroes, right? Whether it's his Muerta or his Pudge, he don't miss. What do we got?
Did they not see him? Because they have a ward on the secret shop right where he was hiding. I guess he was sneaky, but...
I mean, it doesn't matter if you see him. He's going to hit them anyway, apparently.
It's true. This is true.
You just can't dodge him.
Tier 2, they're rotating a lot.
Oh, and he's another. And straight into the damage coming out for GPK. I mean, there's not a chance for Thompson. Oh, this Pudge, he's an absolute menace.
Love to see it.
Yeah.
He almost has Blink Dagger. Holy crap.
I mean, he deserves it. Again, these sort of catches.
I love it.
Every single time. Don't try this at home, kids, though. You will not be able to do this.
And the Wisdom, Toronto Togo's able to steal it. Pure, at least on the other side, is able to get it for the side of Tundra, but BetBoom really putting the pressure on early.
They are. They've got the abilities to really keep this map locked down and sort of just shut down the areas in which Pure and Thompson are going to be able to find time and space to get the farm they need on these greedy heroes.
How much did they end up taking from the stacks, too? I didn't actually get to see. I know GPK was in there. I know most of them are gone, but I didn't see how much he was able to steal. GPK now level 12 already. And we'll just go straight for BKB afterwards. So Witchblade and Phase Boots for armor to protect versus physical, and then that BKB will be to protect versus the stuns.
I don't see them bursting through or killing this Death Prophet really, unless he's caught completely on his own. And so far that hasn't been the case. Some good coordination from BetBoom in this game too, as we saw very much from them in the first game of the series.
He has the blink already on the Pudge. So now for BetBoom, they can keep playing faster. Ramses is quite broke again this game. He's 1-1-1, 66 last hits on him.
I mean, we saw just so many times. He's sure he wasn't dying in that bottom lane, but he was getting bullied out of it time and time again. So very hard for him to sort of find the space. And of course, outside of the lane, he's kind of competing with a TA and an Alchemist. Two heroes that are just eating up the map, so not easy for him to recover.
That was the concern I had when I saw Thompson queuing the Radiance. You know, it's like that's going to force you into a playstyle that, I mean, once you get to it, it's fine and all that, but these last few minutes, you can see the impact. They don't have things happening on the map. It's BetBoom making all the moves. Ramses has to jungle till he has Blink to be able to make a move, and now that he has Blink, the 4 position on the other team has a Blink. So we'll have to see how much he's going to be able to get out of that one. Yeah, he's still 300 away, so it's going to be even slower. Radiance is done. So let's see what Thompson's able to get with this, besides this farm. Because overall, there's a lot of damage that just goes through this Radiance. Yes, he'll be good versus the Wraith King and versus the Viper and Engine away, but the DP, we've seen how much GPK's been able to bring it to Thompson.
Thompson.
Nice juke. Did have his buddy next to him anyway. But a defensive Chemical Rage popped to back away and farm.
That's going to take them time. They want to try and keep this game going with the Zauk and TA. Try and take it to the later stages.
Blink Dagger finish now for Ramses. Let's see if they look to make a play. GPK might have BKB as the Blink, as they make a play onto him. That would be devastating for Tundra.
Got the smoke at the ready coming out for save, so they'll certainly be ready to look for something quite soon here, BetBoom. They know that they're strong.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Finishing up a couple items though, right? Miero is about to have Hurricane Pike.
Yeah, we see it.
I mean, they're all scaling.
Very heavy on the vision down here from Tundra. They're pretty much these 3 obses around this little bit of a, this side of the river.
Playing with Templar Assassin, right? Protect my ancient.
It really is.
Toronto. Did they get a glimpse of? Yeah, they did see him. Now the bushwhack as well. Nightclass will clear it out quickly. And, I mean, Toronto Toku's just farming. Don't blame him. He's an Enchantress. We've seen how much he can scale still. And these neutral items now being grabbed quickly. Pure does get a Grove Bow, so I guess the best one he could have got.
Sure. I mean, he's got his Grove Bow, and he's got the Blink Dagger on top of the desk, so the question is...
He's strong.
Do you try and turn up now with this TA? Because it still doesn't feel easy, right? A blink into the wrong place, you're getting caught underneath this DP, this Pudge, this Viper. I mean, any of these heroes, right? It feels like there's still a lot of threats for this Templar Assassin. Top as well, look at this save. He's on the hunt for Thompson.
Oh, look at this move.
I mean, they've got GPK, Toronto, Tokyo, Mirror here as well. Thompson is even able to get the concoction. He's going to stun all four of them, him included.
Oh my goodness.
But he is very dead. The 5-man rotation there to absolutely destroy Thompson.
And what's next to them? They've got Rosh if they want to, or they can look to port through and fight. There's a ward right on top of it.
Does Tundra want to take this? Tundra, they're going to consider it. Ramses is in with the burst. Over towards Toronto, Tokyo, but it's not enough to kill him.
Here.
Toronto, Tokyo is perfectly fine. And now with the Exorcism out, they look towards Ramses. Tundra, they've got to use the Exorcism to attempt to... Sorry, the Stampede to get away from the Exorcism. But Nightfall's got the Rave Fire Blast onto 9 class. They're cleaning up yet again here, BetBoom. Tundra starting to crumble once more.
Toronto Tokyo lived with 100 HP. Just pops the heal, goes through, and somehow actually just tanks the brunt of everything. Save with a really cool little blink instant play, going for the catch afterwards. And
I mean, that felt like such a risk, right? You just sort of seen the entire team kill off your mid, kill off Thompson up top. You know they're coming through the Fiend's Gate. They wanted to try and capitalize that and use that against them. But I don't sort of see how that was ever going to work out. BetBoom too far ahead right now, trying to fight them in situations where you know you're going to be outnumbered. Doesn't seem to be the smartest of moves. It's going to be tough for them to come back like that.
Yeah, and it doesn't feel like you can fight into Exorcism at this point, really.
Unless
you somehow pop him instantly super separate from his team, which he has proven he's not doing. He is insanely strong. Love his itemization, really. Like all these little things that, Phase Boot, Witchblade, these tanky items that let you go through this.
Yeah, it's been a great series from him.
Yeah.
This Timber, what was it, 10-1 and 13, and so far yet to die on his mid DP.
And he's got the 15 talent, so 2k HP now, 19 armor, and he is queuing up the Shivas next versus this physical as well. And heal negation. He's playing versus Alchemist. So.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Pure.
Mid lane, Pure.
Trying to hit the tower.
He is so far up.
I mean, he feels strong because he's got Whitemon behind him, but he should have felt that strong.
And Thompson stunned himself.
And Nightfall's here, ready to throw another stun at him.
Oh, this could be faster than 30 minutes.
It don't look good. It don't look good. There's nothing about that that looks good at all. That's rough. That's your mid and your carry dead around the mid, and it didn't really feel like either of them were putting them in a scenario or a situation where anything good could have come of it, Fog.
No, I mean, BetBoom, they're proving why they've been, top 2 at Birmingham and everything as well, too, why they've looked so dominant. They are really controlling the map, even on this new patch.
They're making it look easy.
Tundra's just
they really are.
They're unable to do much of anything with Ramses in particular, both games. Super quiet.
So the Soulmans, they go. They'll take that one. We'll see, unfortunately, for Pure, the replay of this move again. I mean, sure, you've got an Abaddon behind you, you've got an Aphotic Shield, but Aphotic Shield's only going to do so much. Whew. It's a little bit disjointed, really, from Tundra and BetBoom. Playing perfectly as a team. You can see the frustration there. I mean, you've still got more of the game to play. Sit back down.
He probably just needs, chill your head, cool your nerve and everything like that, because it's.
But you can see it doesn't look good.
No,
it doesn't look good. It's not good vibes right now on the Tundra side of things.
Full Veil. He's gonna have the play mail pretty much any time. Your options of killing him are gone and save.
Ooh, if he hits this hook, ooh.
He's landed almost all of them.
Oh
my God! What a monster!
He doesn't miss.
And he stays for the strength. I swear it's 100% him.
It actually might be.
It's 21 minutes.
This man's not missed a hook on this patch.
Look at
max range.
Oh. Beautiful. Love to see it. Play Pudge in your Pudge, everybody. Core, support, doesn't matter. Save showing. It can be a support as well. And itemization now for BetBoom. Yeah, blowing plate mail next. All for that Plinus armor and
yeah,
stuff.
they get this AC, they get the Shiva's guard between them. I mean,
Tundra, gotta do something.
they gotta do something now.
Try something.
It's now or never. They should get this support. They'll get Toronto, Tokyo.
Can they get out?
That is, well, they've got the Stampede, but
Save is just there.
He's just there, ready to bite down on Ramses.
Even the point blank hook.
BetBoom really sort of just getting into the zone here on this patch now.
It's such beautiful plays from them. Beautiful wards, beautiful movements. Drafts as well, looking clean. And now Arosh, uncontestable here. Just pop the ghosts, speed it up.
Tundra, I mean, are we close to any sort of core items?
Not really. BKB so far for Pure. Ramses, I mean, even if he gets BKB, doesn't feel like it's gonna do much. And Thompson may be able to get a blink, but as we've seen, blinking into these fights does not seem like a good idea versus this Death Prophet.
No.
Or versus many of these heroes on BetBoom.
Pure. They'll finally get the tower, but not in...
It got denied.
It got denied.
So gold gained for...
So objective complete, but not in the way that they really tried to push for it there. So unfortunately missing out on a bit of the gold. 700 gold away from the BKB for Pure.
Brutal stuff. No, but they could look to end pretty soon, right?
When they have the push.
They have the push. GPK might be level 18 as well for the push, and he looks like he's gonna... it's still a little bit away, but he's gonna maybe have Shivas as well too for all of it, so... Bunch of items coming together. And Toronto, Tokyo, of course, gets blessed with a shard for more scale.
It's got a lot of money as well, 2,700 gold in the bank here for this Enchantress.
He has now surpassed Ramses, and I believe Save is getting very close to surpassing him too.
It's been a rough series as a whole for Tundra, and yeah, Ramses has had a rough one.
Yeah.
It's never really sort of been out. I mean, I guess he's been bullied in the lane, right?
This
we
one he
saw
got very
BetBoom that put a lot of focus on shutting down his off lane.
And he has a TA, and then he has an Alchemist going Radiance.
There's a lot of indeed. There's a lot of greed on his team.
That counts as a hit. Even if it's not a hit.
Absolutely. He has never missed the intended target here, Save on his Pudge.
Thompson, Jukes. Another strike.
Oh, Nightfall
strike.
Sorry. He's ready to go.
Forcing the fight.
I mean, backup's coming in. Oh,
he missed one.
Finally a miss, and maybe that's the beginning of a turnaround. They turn, they kill or save, they get Miro. Question is, can they deal with Nightfall and GPK?
GPK's on Pure.
Indeed, he's got to put the BKB. He's going to have the shield popped up as well. He's going to try and turn towards GPK. Ramses gets back in. They get the pushback on the two of them. Thompson
there we go.
turns forward over towards Nightfall. They kill GPK. The one. Nightfall. He's going to be going down. He's got a bit of time with the Brave Fawn to turn and take down Thompson with him. See if they can deal with GPK, because once the exorcism's out, things start to get a little bit spooky for Tundra. They've got to keep their distance here from the DP. They're on the retreat.
That was pretty beautiful so far. If they can get out.
That is indeed absolutely the best fight that they've had so far this game, so far this series.
And they take the gem. That's the other thing too. Nightfall. Maybe forcing the issue a little too much. GPK's Exo was still on cooldown at the start because they'd used it on Roche.
I mean, is there any way they can try and turn and deal with GPK now that the exorcism coming to an end?
They're thinking about it.
They certainly are. This is one of those rare opportunities in the game where they have the number advantage against BetBoom. Pure.
GPK.
Suddenly with the blink out. And they're going to bail out. They don't want to try for this anymore. The respawns are coming in from BetBoom, but absolutely. And, you know, just as luck would have it, the first time Save misses a hook, things go horribly wrong, Pudge. Pudge? Fogged?
I'm Pudge as well, too. Thank you.
Pudge.
Yeah, I mean, beautiful stuff. Nightfall, as you said, playing a little bit too over-aggressive, not having the AC just yet.
He went in.
Up. And GPK, yeah, Exo was on cooldown, so perfect timing for Tundra to get that fight. Can they do it again? I mean, 60 seconds on cooldown.
Pressure on Save.
It would be the time to try to go for that type of play again if you saw that success there. Because they got the gem, right? So Ramses was able to snatch that one up in the fight too, and has BKB done to be able to maybe reset and get a second jump as well. Down to 3K.
Hey, how you going in there?
Good farm on Pure and Thompson. Need to keep their cool.
Still need to just... I still think the name of the game is probably just be careful around Exorcism, but if you can play around it or burst GPK somehow, could perhaps be a way back into it.
Seems still at this point until they sort of get their next major items done. I feel like killing him is
hard.
That's not going to happen, but definitely trying to sort of force situations where Exorcism gets popped and you can kind of step back, maybe use the Stampede to reset. That could occur. Thompson though,
he split.
He did not expect Save and Nightfall and Mirror to be here in his jungle. It's an easy kill for BetBoom as they take the pick off there.
Wards win games. Right on top of Thompson.
GPK, it's got Rise on Ramses in the mid. Ramses will have to use the Stampede to get away from this one. So it's actually BetBoom able to force out ults from Tundra in this scenario.
EXO at the ready. BetBoom are very ready to fight with this.
Yeah, they're still super strong. It's going to take a few more fights as at the bottom one that Tundra were able to find to get Tundra back in on this. BetBoom still with the advantage.
And Nightfall switches the build after that last fight too, feeling like he needs just BKB to be able to stick on targets as well.
That's fair.
Dire's top tower
White
is
Mud.
under attack.
Oh.
There's a ward on him.
Save. See if he gets back to hitting them.
He's got...
He might not need to. Might just need to just get in with the blink. In fact, the break. We'll put the borrowed time still. Makes them work for it. But there will be no escaping. The Wisdom Rune secured. Mirror's able to grab it.
More strength. This Pudge is tanky now. 2800 HP.
Oh, Tundra. They tried to go in on the mid. GPK, he's ready to just pop the ghost. Now Tundra have to back off. If they can just sort of kite this out, play with the fact that that's Exorcism gone. And if they make sure the BetBoom don't find anything with this, Tundra, they're going to have a minute or so to try and make something happen whilst the Exorcism's down.
I guess GPK was scared to chase forward. They didn't have Stampede though. Could have actually potentially maybe gotten some type of chase forward onto them there. Either way, tower, tier 2. Very easy to take down here. But not
9+
Tundra.
at the side.
They're thinking about it.
Exorcism's about to end. They're going to have the full 5-man up as well with Whitemon back in action.
Yeah, I mean, whenever
now should be go time. If they've got a smoke, Tundra, they want to try and punish this. The Exorcism's gone.
No Spirit Vessel charges at the moment on 9 class. They can get a kill to start things off.
That's
then
a 90-second window.
Nice.
Let's have a look, Tundra.
What can they find? They have one ward placed up top. They see Miero at the moment.
How do they want to make this jump happen? Ramses, does he want to go for it? He does. He's going to get in on top of Save. They're going to have to follow up here, and they've got the burst, but no, not enough. Save!
Scepter.
He's able to turn with the Dismember. They try for the jump. They've got the Stampede, and the BKB's out from Pure. Pure, he'll keep this distance from the fight for now. It's a 1-for-1 so far.
Nice pike.
I mean, Thompson is trying to run, but indeed taking a heavy damage here from the impetuses. Nightfall turns towards Whitemon, but the borrowed time's out in time.
Things are getting awkward.
And they should be able to pick off 9 class to the side here. Enchant slow from Toronto. Tokyo comes in. Not quite able to get that clean of initiation as they hoped for. Getting in on top of Save, but he was still able to get that Ghost Form off and turn with the Dismember.
Yeah, he's still very tanky. All that strength that he's been able to gain from these kills. 2800 HP. Yeah, his armor was low, but did allow him to get the Ghost Scepter and the bite off. And now they recovered their gem again too. Ramses was still holding it, so all those traps, all those wards that are perhaps giving extra information that Tundra needs will be able to get taken out. And now Exorcism, 15 seconds. It looks like they'll just give GPK the gem also to hold. He is the most important, it feels like, in this game, so make sure that he is as protected as possible.
Nine class.
Nine class.
Taking a little bit of a break. He's dreaming big. He's got the Hex queued up next.
Okay. As we've seen, they do have a ton of damage. Pure at the top of that net worth. MKB's done, and he got Nemesis Curse.
There we go.
Giving us a thumbs up.
Positive vibes here. Coming out from 9 class.
If they can chain control targets pre-BKB, if Pure's able to focus fire them, his damage is very high.
Radiant are
Phylocterine.
BetBoom,
Thompson, so the
gathering.
The concoctions are going to be flying out left, right, and center.
What is that cooldown, actually? It's probably like 8 seconds.
During the chemical rage, it's going to be pretty crazy.
BetBoom. Charging forward, Nightfall. Still no AC, because he went that BKB, of course. So his armor a little bit low. Tundra on the high ground. Nightfall charging in.
Oh, he's straight in! He's going to try and get in straight away on top of 9 class. He's got the backup. He's going to get held in position for now. There'll be the dismember here from Nightfall and in attempt to save Nightfall there from Save, but Save will die for it.
They're on top
now
of
with
Pure.
the exorcism. Pure needs to try and keep his distance here from the Death Prophet. Can they get him away from GPK? They're closing in. Another round of the silence. Nightfall staying in on top of the TA. Pure, can he get up to the high ground? The Euphonic Shield is there in time.
He is
Pure,
up.
he's going to get saved. He'll live for now. Some of the stun now over towards GPK. They're seeing if they can bring down this Death Prophet. They brought him down to half HP. They're going to go for another jump, and the man to dodge from Miro's there to stop the concoction from connecting. Jumping from Ramses.
GPK?
They're going to be onto the illusions. He's got a Siphon. He's going to get forced back to the side. Ramses is in on top of them with a double edge, but the Siphon comes out.
Ghosts are coming back.
GPK starting to heal. He's back up to full HP. Thompson, he attempts to go in on top of him. There's going to be the quick man to dodge the Viper Striker to blink out. Thompson gets away, but Pure is gone. Out for 70 seconds. Nightfall, he's ready to go in for more. Knowing that Tundra without their carry, they don't stand much more of a chance at all in this fight. GPK cleans up Whitemon. Tundra trying their best here to get these fights going their way, but BetBoom just able to sort of dance around them. GPK still just outside of the realms of them being able to possibly kill him.
Damn, it was close though.
It was.
They got him down to what, like 100. Some cool reset coming out from Tundra, but then BetBoom with the one-up kind of reset from themselves to be able to keep their buddies alive.
Yep.
Nice little jukes and dodges from the Mantas and whatnot. I mean, little things, right? Hurricane Pike to force away the TA, I think from Toronto, Tokyo there to protect his buddy too.
Dyer's bottom tower is under
Really
attack.
cool individual stuff coming out from both sides, to be honest. But BetBoom reigning slightly supreme, of course, having this advantage, and now they'll have an AC on Nightfall.
I mean, it's just massive. This
That's
tier
gonna
2 is
help a
going to
lot.
go. There is a Tormentor if they want to try for that, but could be risky with Tundra respawning.
Probably don't need to go for that there.
They're going to hover around. I mean, they could still take a potential fight if Tundra do come out sort of split up from one another. They want to try and push for the Tormentor. They do it very quickly.
Okay.
Ramses, does he want to jump for this? He won't. GPK is going to get the free shard.
And he has an Arcane Rune. Arcane Rune plus Octarine
Oh,
for his
Tundra.
next Exo.
They're going to try. How long till Exo's up?
It's up right now.
Oh. Uh-oh.
And he potentially could get, okay, I was going to say Defiant Shell or the Craggy. He gets Defiant Shell, so even more armor now on GPK.
This is a risky fight from Tundra.
Aghanim's on Miero also, so a disarm
boy.
as well. Oh, no longer disarm, sorry.
Thompson is going to show he's going to get caught by the creeps. They've got good information on his position. See the jump though. They get him with a burst. They're going to try and burst with Toronto Tokyo, but Nightfall's in on top of Pure. They drop the Viper Strike down onto Pure as well. Pure has to back off to the side of the fight. Nightfall still continuing to push back on towards Whitemon. The borrowed time comes out. But with the
so
ghosts
tanky
out,
now.
this is such a tough fight for Tundra to try and fight into. They'll use the Stampede. Thompson attempts to get back into there on top of Nightfall, but they cannot commit to do enough damage to bring down BetBoom's cause right now. They've got to continue to run. Pure is able to jump up to the high ground, but Thompson's now
not.
surrounded by GPK, Nightfall, Toronto, Tokyo, and Miro. It's 2 dead again on Tundra. A save. He may even he's found them a bonus. He's found Ramses's and he's got the hook. The TP's cancelled. Double kill for Nightfall. I mean, Tundra, they really wanted to try and catch them by surprise, storming down that bottom lane here with the smoke, but it was such a risk. They're going into a team that had all their timings at the ready. The Ghosts, they were back online. You're fighting into this Death Prophet, and that's never going to be easy, Fog.
And new timings, right? The AC was finished, so a lot tankier when they just charge in on the
Save.
Ring King.
I think he might have his number.
Oh, he does. He sees him.
Oh, he does. We'll snipe the courier for Toronto, Tokyo, but if they can kill Pure for this, it's all worth it. He's going for the TP out the
He's
BKB,
going
but the hook's up again. Save.
Radiant's middle tower
Completely
is under
crushing
attack.
him.
So the one fight that saved Mr. Hook, they lost the fight. Every other
Pretty much,
fight,
it really was. So for BetBoom's sake, let's hope he doesn't miss any more. And if he does, maybe that's what Tundra needs to give themselves a chance in these future fights. Because as it stands, 29 and 15's 16k lead. Things very much back to business once again here in this game 2 for BetBoom.
Even Toronto Tokyo has now bought himself a Witchblade. Of course, it's projectile speed and all that for the impetuses, but armor, right? They're all just getting more and more armor because they know it's only that physical damage from Tundra. And yeah, actually, so what the hell does Nosedive do now? I thought it no longer disarms. I learned that today.
It's just what the
It just splatters, and it just hits a gigantic radius now. Okay.
Okay.
Because I was like, oh, he's got a disarm for them. Maybe he thinks so too, because I never see that it removed the disarm, but...
I mean, explain this to me. How is this good then? If
I don't know.
Disarm? Like, what's kind of the new hot thing about it?
I'm reading his other abilities and trying to figure it out.
Anything crazy with the synergy of something else? Because yeah, if you're losing the discount on that,
I mean,
so what's going on?
It'll be it's just attack speed slow up the insane amount of attack speed slow.
Oh.
But I don't know.
Okay.
Okay, whatever.
We'll take that.
It's still good in this game in a way, right? Not much as a disarm, I guess, but cool. And it's massive, so it does hit everybody, right?
And the cast range is bigger, right? So
Yeah.
it's you can actually use it for an element of its mobility.
Yeah,
To
okay.
get in, to get out.
Pretty neat. So never mind, Miro definitely knows his stuff. This guy's a man. DD, or amp damage in the top,
Oh yeah, Save's getting
Ramp.
in a nice position. Get it somewhere nice and safe for his team to grab as they wish.
he said, guys, come get it. 37 minutes, neutrals. Havoc Hammer for Thompson, Mindbreaker as well, now on to Pure. Aviana Feather for Toronto, Tokyo. Has he been using Enchant to be able to... I think he hasn't been using the Enchant to get the double neutral tokens, but maybe I'm just missing it every time.
Maybe he will now, right?
I think he's been using it more aggressively.
Tokens to find. Parasma
Okay, nice.
done on GPK.
Timeless Relic now from Miro. Oh my... Dude, he's going to do an insane amount of magic damage.
I mean, yeah, this Viper's going to be incredibly annoying.
Yeah.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Good.
Dire's top
neutral
tower
did you get,
has
Nightfall?
fallen.
Havoc Hammer, okay.
He's going to have a lot of strength to play with. That overwhelming blink can be sent
Dire's
out
top
to him now.
tower is under attack.
Nightfall.
They're getting the push going. Tundra, they're going to have to do something. BetBoom.
Thompson, he's smoked looking for a flank. He's going all the way around.
Who can they jump and burst? Thompson, he's going to see. He's going to look towards Toronto, Tokyo, send the illusions in.
They're all just unbelievably tanky.
I mean, the
at
base
this
is
point
just
now.
dying. Ramsey's in with a jump.
Let's see.
Going to try and burst through Mirror. They were able to get him with the bushwhack. The Manta's out. They don't quite finish him off, and of course, every single time, Save's ready to swallow him up.
He's got the headband and the Aether Lens, so always going to be able to get those saves from a distance. And they save the cheese as well, so doesn't have to use it until that next go.
It's just so hard to stop this push from BetBoom.
Where's their gem? Okay, there it is. Looks like GPK ran out of space for it, but...
It's incredibly strong.
Here.
It's the Ghost. Pure. Trying with the melt jump. There's going to be
Nightfall
Nightfall
just
straight
hit.
over onto Pure. Pure's going to get forced to the side. Get him out of the fight for now. Hooks from Save's going to miss. We'll see if that's an omen of things to come. As you say, last time round, a missed hook meant a good fight for Tundra. The concocted it off the back of the bushwhack. He's going to get swallowed up by Save. Save's able to get Mirror out the fight. It's the reincarnation gone here from Nightfall. BetBoom's still ready to push forward. Another missed hook. Uh-oh. Thompson. Concoction over towards GPK, but again, he's forced far enough back.
And
Should be fine. The heals are going to come in
dismember.
soon from the Exorcism.
What is... I mean, the distance of that save. I mean, Miro does get bailed out again from it. I'm going to say saving.
I mean, Save, yeah, he's clutching it.
He's doing everything. Aggressive hooks, couple missed there, but either way, does save his buddies.
He's making sure they lose no one in these fights.
Tower drops to 20%. Exo down, they'll back up for a second here. Claim the high ground. Save continues to be maximum efficiency. You see that swaps the Philosopher's Stone in instantly as soon as the fight stops. Love it.
Very close to having the BKB, and at that point, you're just not going to be able to stop him from saving each
No.
of his teammates.
And they have 5 cores, Owen. Toronto Tokyo just continues to grow and grow. He almost has BKB after the Parasma as well. Tundra held their BKBs nicely in that last fight, so we'll have it for the next upcoming push as well, too. 12 seconds it's going to commence.
That's pretty wild. And yeah, not often really or ever that you see a team with the double Parasma. Of course, 2 great heroes to have it on.
Especially when it's not like some absurd amount of like magic damage or something you have in your draft or something.
I think it just goes to show how much BetBoom are kind of cruising right now. They feel that this one's in the bag, and as you say, Toronto Tokyo, he wants to be his own core, his own carry.
I feel like that's the one that definitely is like, Probably could have looked for a couple other things, but he's looking to have fun as well too.
As you say, yeah, the sort of stat element of it as well,
is.
making a good sort of argument for the pickup.
The Witchblade, I mean, yeah, absolutely. I mean, either way, it gives armor, it gives attack speed, so whatever. I mean, it's gonna be good.
Thumbs up there from 9 Class. You know, they've still got a chance. More of a chance, really, in any of the other games that Tundra's had this patch so far. They've
they
had
got
a lot
to
of
40.
rough ones.
Right, it's 40 minutes in. They did get here.
Indeed.
It does look
Not as
still
quick
very
of a stomp.
difficult, but If anything, let's see if the high ground can be held.
See if they can kill GPK. Of course, still yet to die this game.
That is true.
And in the series as a whole, only died the once in that game 1.
Oh, and Pure, again, the ward that caught him earlier.
No.
Save is right there.
Caught by the silence. Pure, I mean, if he can get out of this, they'll be happy. Now, Whitemon, he'll be left behind. He won't be escaping, but at least this time, Pure will get out.
It really is insane how much Save has been able to do on this Pudge. It's like, it's GPK is owning this game so hard, but Save, I feel like with these wards, as we saw Top when he caught Thompson earlier, this one that's caught Pure like 2 times before, the one on the left side also, it's pretty wild stuff. And yeah, as you mentioned, BKB, it's pretty much done for him too, so.
And we've got the Dream. Now, Pure. He's
Got the
that
rapier
queued up.
Okay.
It's a lot of money away, but maybe if we get there, we can have some crazy stuff go down from Tundra.
Exorcism's up.
BetBoom. They're going to be in no mood to allow Tundra to have that sort of time. They're ready with the push once more.
Dire structures are fortified.
Save is just always waiting in the wings.
Dire's
Tower
middle
gone.
tower has fallen.
Ooh. Any 25's almost there. Nightfall and GPK very close.
Stops him with the jump.
Miro.
Left for Miro, Ramsey with the follow-up and indeed save. Able to jump in, grab him out of danger.
This man. Always ready to protect his buddies. So first level 25 hit. Nightfall. GPK now wanting to be able to push the issue forward, get in there with his Exorcism. He's bought a Blink Dagger now on the DP, and he's very close to his 25 too.
Get the Ags ready for Nightfall for the next push.
The Wisdom. He's going to have it for the next one. Yeah, Nightfall has the Axe.
Yeah, he's been able to farm it after that AC. So good luck stopping the push from the team now. Towers will fall. Barracks will go.
Turns Wraith into an aura, allowing allies heroes to turn to Wraith when slain. Extends Wraith duration. Heroes who die this way respawn at a faster rate.
Oh, you also get the reduction, so that's the kind of the new change right there.
A little bit.
Only a 10%, but hey, 10% can make the difference. Still that ability to live on and fight on.
Exo back up in 5. Level 25's been hit.
Dire's bottom tower has fallen.
Thompson. He's going to try for a jump soon. Concoction's out to Nightfall, but Nightfall's just going to blink and aggressive straight over towards the poor old Hoopwing. Hoopwing's able to back off in time. The barracks, though, they're falling.
Are under attack.
As they'll take another step here, they'll take the melee racks, they'll get the grab back onto Miro, save.
Every time.
He's ready once more, grabs him and blinks him back out to safety. They turn towards GPK with a concoction, but they cannot chase in for him. They've got to stay held on the high ground here, Tundra.
God, you got to do it. Fight. I don't know, you got to find this Pudge somehow. Got to stop him from getting these saves.
Miro. You have to get the Viper Strike down on towards them, Pure. Link out in time, save, not going to hit the hook this time. But they're getting the damage done. They continue to progress here, BetBoom. Taking out the melee racks.
They did not pop the Exo, though. GPK held on to it. Oh, an Arcane Rune bottom. That's going to be lovely for him.
Trust me, I know how to handle such power.
Also got the Tormentor back up, so BetBoom, they could look to steal another one of those. Tundra.
They still have this ward on the high ground.
They're trying to get out on the map a bit, but they're a little bit split.
BetBoom just playing to protect that ward. Pure,
Radiant's
he's doing the
middle
same
tower
thing. He's
is
trying to
under
find
attack.
any farm that he can to finish up that Rapier.
I mean, if they get the Rapier, maybe there's a hope here for Tundra.
As long as they can stop the saves, right? That's the one thing. It's like if they can get the damage focused and stop this Pudge, perhaps. Save just a menace. BetBoom will respect it though. Another Wisdom Rune. Who wants it? Anybody close to anything big? Maybe they'll give it a Miro. Keep him scaling.
Can slow things down. They can take the Roshan.
Does make its way toward top.
Radiant
Does mean that there
are
is
scanning.
we will see the Rapier.
He's going to get time for it.
We will be able to see it.
Okay, what's he going to switch out for it?
Ooh.
Probably just a
boot.
Treads,
Treads,
yeah.
I guess, yeah. Gonna be a little hard for him to stick on some of these speedy targets as we've seen. But
maybe relies on the Stampede, you know?
True. True.
I mean, that's going to be his Ramsey's going for the Ags.
I was checking that literally at
You know
the
what I
exact
mean?
same
You got
time
a
you said
TA
it,
with a
but-
Rapier on your team. I feel like it's kind of on you to get that Ags for him. Keep him safe in the cart.
Hey, he's too poor. Ramses haven't been able to get that type of farm this game, really is. It dies so fast. Aegis on Miro, he's been kind of frontlining.
Yep, cheese on GPK if he wants to.
Tundra.
Actually, where did the cheese go?
Dire are scanning.
Oh, it's just about, he's actually passed over to Miro, so giving Miro everything to sort of just survive at the front. Aegis and the cheese.
He is the one who whittles the towers down without having to pop an exorcism. He whittles them, right? He pokes them.
It's very kind of low investment for them as a team in terms of resources for them to just tickle away at the barracks.
That's the word I was looking for.
Pure.
Pure? They saw the rapier.
Oh, Toronto, Tokyo. The start to Pure is going to get taken up by the Aphotic Shield. Oh, save! Oh my goodness, he nearly got it with a hook. Won't quite get the hit. So Tundra will be allowed to step back.
And their lanes, they had the illusions pushing out mid. Bottom pushed out also.
That's true.
Oh, look at save. Oh my god, that is so sneaky. He's prepping for the next move.
Oh, he is. He's ready to hook that TA, get that Rapier. Miro. Big damage, of course, coming in from Pure, but saves him with a hook. Miro out to safety, tops in trying for the concoction, but he's not going to be able to get in range. Jump back in with Miro. They've got the Viper Strike in on top of him. Silence as well. You have to use the Stampede to get him back to safety.
How long's that? 60-second cooldown. It's a pretty important one, especially when you don't have boots on your TA.
There's the exorcism gone. But as you say, this ward that Save was able to get down into the base is definitely going to get things tricky to sort of defend around this top side of the base.
I mean, that's such a sneaky play. I love it. Another ward, too. They still have this ward on the high ground that they probably want to try to protect. Tundra trying to get
stepping outside of the base a bit. Nightfall nearly getting the jump in onto them. Very risky here for Tundra. Now Thompson, he's in. They're going to look to try and burst through the punch. Save is in trouble.
They do get him.
They're going to be able to get him. It's top 4 for Ramses as well with the Who Stomp. Thompson's getting fully focused here by the team. They surround him. He's healing up though. And in fact, he's going to be able to step away.
Whitemon healing with the
Taking the
Axe.
Aegis out of Miro. This could be the chance that Tundra need to potentially begin a bit of a turnaround. Pure, she's going to melt up. There's the jump forward again. Thompson's falling low. Pure steps back with the BKB. Turns over towards Nightfall. It's going to be immediate buyback from Thompson. Whitemon also ready to buy back straight away into the fight. GPK, he's got the exorcism, but Thompson's in on top of him. Pure offering up the damage. They should be able to burst through this. They get him. They do. Tundra, they'll have to use the 2 buybacks, but they keep this game going.
They got the pudge. They got the pudge at the start of it all. Honestly, Save. They finally find this guy that's been bailing every single one of these situations from BetBoom that could have gone bad. Get themselves some nice big kills. It does require 2 buybacks.
It does. Let's see what they can do with this. See if there's a little bit of time. They're trying to use the Stampede to turn this into any additional kills, but as it is, BetBoom, they've already got everybody out of this top side. This Mirror at the moment still in the triangle around these Ancients, but he'll also start to back off now, so they won't find him.
GPK high-fived him while he was dying. It actually comes up on the fight recap. I didn't even know that, actually. But
Hey, who got the money for that GPK kill as well?
was it? I think it was Pure, right? Yeah, Pure was wailing on
There
him,
you
so
go.
the most important hero to get it.
He's going to be picking up the butterfly. He's already got it. He's going to get that sent out to him, so...
Right.
Obviously, with the level, post level 25, he's got an insane amount of refraction charges. Now he's got the evasion as well from the butterfly. It is getting harder to kill him, especially if his team around him can survive. If Whitemon could just spam out these aphotic shields.
He has to watch out for himself, though, right? Whitemon did have to buy back, and he was the one that actually kind of bailed them out of what looked like a harder fight because he did get his Ags. He ran in, got some good heals off onto his allies.
He was sort of bailing out both of them. I mean, without his presence in that fight and what he did, I think Pure, or at least one of the 2 of them, Thompson and Pure, would have been dead. Keeping his cause alive here, Whitemon.
Can they find Save again in that next upcoming push?
Yeah, they still need a fair bit more of that.
And the scaling is still continuing, right? Miro, level 24, he's almost 25. He's soon universal.
Who are these Ags going to from Thompson? He's just picked up one.
You just give it to the Centaur, right? You've been asking for this hit.
Oh, yeah.
You got it.
Oh,
So,
there we go.
Invulnerable.
That's the big change, right?
Yep. 8 seconds, and you can blink with it, so he can blink and put them in position as well too. Oh my god.
Even though it doesn't say it on the tooltip, but it definitely said it in the patch notes,
It
right?
said it in the patch notes.
It said in the patch notes. Invulnerability. not non-targetability as it used to be. You can't die.
Toronto
So-
Tokyo showing.
They're going to try and burst him. Actually, Tops is going to see if he can jump behind, look for more. They get the setup on towards him. There'll be a hook for Save. Save's going to be able to buy him time. He's able to dismember him, keep him alive for now. And Toronto Tokyo does still have the cheese. Ramses pops the Stampede. Nightfall on the retreat. They finish him off the ones. Miro steps up. Who's in the car?
I don't know.
There's
I can't tell.
there he is.
Oh, now he is.
He's managed to pick him up now. He's
said he-
picked up Pure. They can't quite get him range to do any damage.
Thompson's
He's
alone.
stuck and surrounded. Thompson indeed in the river in trouble. Whitemon, can he bail him out of this one? Thompson, he's trying to get the concoction off. The heals are coming out from Whitemon. Thompson, he's still alive. Pure is able to get the blink out. The refraction charges, keeping him safe, allowing him to blink freely across the fight. My goodness, he forces out.
Thompson
Dodges the hook for a save. Miro trying to push forward to get Thompson. Nightfall's going to jump in,
Nightfall's
over towards Pure. They're on top of the TA. They're going to push him back. Whitemon offering up the heals.
The bite.
Shield, but the bite's there. Save's got the lockdown onto Pure. Pure, can he survive this somehow?
He goes
cannot.
down.
Pure's gone. The rapier hits the deck. BetBoom, they'll take the fight.
And 3 heroes dead, 2 without buy, but 3 without buyback. GPK does end up dropping at the end of it, but the damage is done. What a wild fight.
I mean,
Pure
it
did
is.
so much damage, but they're so tanky at this point.
They are. It's just a bit too much from BetBoom. Great buybacks from Toronto, Tokyo, and GPK to really push the issue. And now they're at a point 5 versus 2. BetBoom should be able to have a solid shot at shutting this game down.
Oh my god, it's a crazy game actually. Level 25 now on Viper, also Miro. See the damage and should be able to clean it up. But the last hurrah with the cart.
And they go with the cart indeed, but again, Save. Just able to pick up whatever hero is being targeted, keep them safe. They've got the Stampede. Pure will get back to the fountain. Ramses as well will do so as well. They've got the fortification. They now have 9 class backup. They've got the 3 of them. But BetBoom, they're closing the game out, taking out
Exo's
the
back.
tier 4s.
Dire's middle tower has fallen.
Eat Miro, reset him,
3
exorcism.
versus 5. Tundra, what have they got left in the tank here? Jump forward. They're trying for the red kick, but the damage is too high on this Ancient. It's game over. GG is called. BetBoom will take this series 2-0 and will knock Tundra out.
Still with a pretty dominant.